America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
It's me, Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
Welcome back to the James Justice Show. We just swapped out some of our hosts here, so welcome Gary McBride to the panel. And again, we have Jamie Crow, Jill Cohen, and Sarah Carpenter. And Gary is a host and a team member here at the America First Warehouse and had his podcast, the Real J6 Committee, which will come back here and there. And Sarah has her Peacemaker Talks show that she just had here on our network. And my show comes on next at 7:30. And we just had Midnight on, who has We the People at the Midnight on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. So we have our guests here today. We have Jill Cohen and Jamie Crow in from Florida and Pennsylvania. We love having them here with us.
Oh, give me some, Jamie.
And as Joe the Box said a little while ago, James Justice isn't feeling good. James, we love you and we're sending prayers for you. He's got a bad infection. So.
James, you better be sharing your own show out because we're going to fill in for you. And this is.
I saw you texting.
I mean, my God.
We should roast him. Let's have a little roast.
Roast James Justice. Oh, man.
Yeah, let's roast James.
James is
we love you, James.
James is one of my day one on the front lines 6 years ago. Out of all the rallies, protests, fights we've done.
He's everywhere.
There's a handful of people, and James has been with me the entire time. So he's my brother, my Patriot brother, and we miss him. But he'll be back next week. And we want to get into what Jill's got. She's got 2 books. So you're a writer.
Well, actually, this is just one book.
Okay, we're gonna go with it.
This is just an ad for this book, for my book.
So like it
but
was
I do
yesterday.
have two books, yeah. But this is just the.
All right, so we're gonna focus on this one.
Rock and roll.
This happened here in New York, which many of us remember like it was yesterday. Honestly,
and it's coming up.
It is, and in 25 years.
And 25 years.
And it's funny because I can't remember last week, but I remember 9/11 like it was yesterday for
like
real.
it was
exactly
yesterday.
Every minute of the day I can count for.
Same.
So tell us, obviously, what the inspiration was. Obviously, it was 9/11, but what made you write this book as a journalist?
Yeah, so I didn't want to write it as a journalist. What happened was my brother was in 9/11. He was in the building next to the World Trade Center on Water Street. I didn't know that was actually the safest place he ever could have been.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and he saved lives that day because
Wow.
he was the head of an office for Chase Manhattan Bank, and he would not let anyone leave. He actually barred the door and said, "You're leaving over my dead body."
Wow, what a hero.
And he was cradling one woman in his arms, screaming and crying. I mean, people were a mess that day. So I couldn't find him. And to not be able to find my brother on 9/11 was like, it was the scariest thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was frantic, and so many people got messages from their loved ones saying I'm okay, and I got one too eventually, but didn't always mean that they were okay.
And the lines were you couldn't
Right.
calling
Yeah,
and texting. Which back then the texting wasn't as much, but
Exactly.
I remember every time we tried to make a call, the lines were busy. I worked for the phone company back then. It was outrageous.
Oh, speaking of the phone company, that's funny you should say that. So this book, the inspiration was my brother, of course, but then I became a writer for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I was a freelance writer for them, but really, I mean, constantly, and for like 17 years.
Wow.
And and the stories that I got were from covering school district and municipal news.
Wow.
So it was really the way kids were reacting to 9/11 that affected me the most. And then after maybe 5 or 6 years, kids weren't reacting. Kids didn't know.
They didn't know.
And they weren't being taught in schools. They weren't being told anything about it. In the 9/11 Commission, it talks about, and I'm going to highlight a friend of mine who was a follower on the Beach Report, and I didn't know her until she let me know that she is in the 9/11 Commission as the operator from AT&T who took the phone call.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? From oh my gosh, on the plane that went into Washington, and oh my gosh, her name is escaping me.
The stewardess?
No. She was the one who was working for the government. I mean, her husband was the
Michael Fanone?
no.
Oh, okay.
No. This is 9/11.
Why did you have to bring up Michael's name?
Well,
I
it's
get a
because I'm trying to change the subject in this.
Yeah, I haven't thought about this in a while, so I'm like blanking
Can
on her
I
name.
ask you, just so you remember,
Yeah.
now are you getting trouble putting this book out? Are people trying to say you're being revengeful, as I get when I try to do my art show? They tell me I'm being...
So no. In general, I don't really put it out so publicly because I don't sell it on Amazon anymore. I used to, and but I don't trust Amazon or really anything mainstream. So I just sell it on my website and in person when people ask about it. But yes, I do get people saying that I am somehow capitalizing on 9/11. Like
crazy.
That's a horrible thing that I'm doing. And I'm trying to get people to remember it. And because my brother was there, it's very personal to me. But also, I used to live in New York City with my brother, and that's another reason why it was so, like shocking. We had in our backyard, which we lived in Staten Island, and our view was the World Trade Center.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And we used to talk about what would happen if those towers went down.
Wow.
I don't know why we thought that, but we did, and we actually would go like this.
thinking it would...
Towers going down.
Yeah, wow,
We
it's
never
wild.
we never knew they would go like this,
Crazy.
but why would we think that? I don't know. It was just really crazy.
You know what I'm thinking now? So you were in New York. I was in New York. Sarah was a 9/11 first responder.
Well, I was in Pittsburgh on 9/11.
Oh, you were living in Pittsburgh?
Yes, I was living in Pittsburgh.
I was in Texas trying to frack a well, and this shit happened.
Well, that was
Go ahead.
no. Actually, Gary, I was going to kick it to you guys because, to your point, the New Yorkers, obviously, it felt so strong for us, right? It was right in our backyard. Many of us had family members that traveled to go to work there every day.
Barbara Olson.
Oh, she was the
That
operator?
that was who made the phone call, and Mercy took the phone call. Sorry, I'm going to tell the story quick.
Go ahead, say it.
Yeah,
The floor is yours.
so Barbara Olson was on the plane that was going into the Pentagon, and she made a phone call, and she called a couple times, and Mercy Lorenzo was the one who took that phone call. She is in the 9/11 Commission. No one knows who she is. That's why I'm shouting out to Mercy, because she was a hero on 9/11. She listened to Susan. She knew what was going on.
Wow.
She called the FBI for Susan. She never got off the line. She heard everything. She heard
So
Susan.
Susan was giving her a
And how
minute
was
by
she
minute
calling
account.
her?
Well, no, she put her through to her husband, and her husband worked for the government.
Wow.
He was like Attorney General, something like
Oh
that.
my God!
I can't
See,
remember.
These are stories people don't know.
Right, exactly.
It's
And
wild.
and so Mercy listened to all of this. She heard her say goodbye to her husband.
Wow.
And like
It's intense.
Yes,
That's
so
very
intense. And to this day no one knows who she is. And
Wild.
I've tried to spotlight her in Florida. I often do some things on 9/11 and try to,
Maybe
get
if
awareness.
she come on a show, maybe we'll get her on a show.
I can try
But-
to do that.
See, that was interesting. So you obviously, I know you lived in New York for a couple of years, and Sarah and I live here.
Yeah.
Jamie, you're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Gary, you were in Texas, and I don't think.
I was in New Mexico.
Oh, you were in New Mexico then. Okay, that's
When
where
it
you were.
happened.
That's where
Yep.
you were born and raised, right? You were born and raised.
No,
in New
I was
Mexico?
born in Texas, raised in New Mexico, working for Halliburton Energy Services when the trade towers were hit. I was sitting in the parking lot, filling my ass chest. Sorry, you want me to
In New York,
slower?
no, I don't. I'm like Gary. I'm like
Filling
a
it
New
full of
Yorker.
ice and cokes and buying Copenhagen and cigarettes for all the guys to go out on the job. And they said the Twin Towers were hit. You know what I said? What are the Twin Towers?
Well, so that's what I was
And
going to ask you.
so then my ex-wife called me and said, "It's all over the news." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" This is my experience. We got to go out and frack a well. We get out there, we get rigged up, and the company man came out. And it was so strange because you used to hear airplanes all the time where we'd frack wells at in New Mexico. You heard no planes. Everything was quiet.
Yeah.
Everything was
Eerie.
quiet.
It was very
and we
eerie.
were told to go home. And then when we went home, and we finally got to go in front of the TV to see exactly what happened, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What just happened? And that's when all of our frack trucks, and we have a line of frack trucks that would be like 30 big trucks of equipment, millions of dollars, and we had flags hanging off of it from Halliburton. Everybody, everybody had flags hanging that, after that.
I'm just curious if the same sense, we only have like 2 minutes, I want to ask you and Jamie, not being in New York and seeing it from a different state, I felt like the whole country obviously had to feel we were under attack because, just because they hit New York, it was an attack on America.
Well, I'll tell you, it was, born in Texas, raised in New Mexico and Texas, both. It was, I didn't know anything about New York other than what I saw on TV, the Christmas tree, the ice skating rink.
Well, geez, you need to get out.
And when I came here, I was like, I got to experience that. So I got to, but that's all I knew about New York was the Christmas tree, the ice skating rink.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
so
it.
I'm just curious, how did you feel?
I was at home watching it on TV. I just took my kids to school, and I was watching on TV. I saw the first plane hit one of the towers, and then after they said they hit in D.C. at the Pentagon, I kind of knew we were under attack. And then
I think
the
first one, everyone thought it was an accident, right? And then
I thought it was an accident at first, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just a plane, but it was a big plane.
It was.
Yeah, but that Pentagon hit
Pentagon
was bullshit.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna just say because we speak freely here. I'm gonna make a disclaimer.
Nope.
I don't speak for everybody else here or the America First Warehouse or our affiliates, but to me, you could raise your hand if you think 9/11 was an inside job. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. Hey, on January 6th, that's what I'm saying. You could hear me on the video because somebody whispered in my ear, "This is like January 6th," and I said, "January 6th." I was at January 6th, and the plans probably happen here in the hallways. That's so what
Carpenter, you know what I love about you?
What do you love about me?
Hold on. I cry. I can't believe you're a cop.
Oh,
it's like,
No, you know what? I don't think she was like that. I think she went into that role
she's so special. I just can't believe she was.
Yeah, but I think when she had to be, she's got that grit in her.
You don't want to get my Irish.
Yeah,
up.
I could speak on
that.
that.
She's twitched that foot.
I know how that goes.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
She's twitching her foot now.
So, as we close out for this, Jill, why don't you tell them where you can find your books? It's Jill.
JillBooks.com. JillBooks.com. It's the only place I sell my books. So come on over to my website.
And if you're around the area today and tomorrow, you can come get one in person from her.
That's so true.
And but JillBooks.com. She's got the Beach Report. Jamie Crow has her show on YouTube.
I do.
I just read it, and you got to get it.
Jamie Crow.
Got to get it right here.
Jamie Crow.
Thank you.
James Gang 2885.
All right, we'll be right back.
Facebook.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Hey, Paul, I was having a pillow fight with Gino's wife.
Me too.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to stay up that late.
I have the video. And now let me tell you, talk about soft. When I think soft pillows, I think of other than Gino's wife, mypillow.com. Because these are the best pillows you're ever going to get. You can go to mypillow.com /TAFW. Go now, get your My Pillow. Right now.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today.
You know, I got to tell you, a lot of my followers are asking, hey, Midnight, where are you getting all that energy from? I say, you want to know the truth? I take about 25 milligrams of Adderall a day. But that eventually ends, and then that's where Agara coffee comes in. I start drinking this stuff, and it boosts my energy. It shoots me right through to the moon. If you're not drinking a Gara coffee and you need that extra boost during the middle of the day, I'm telling you right now, get this into your system, and I promise you that it will absolutely take you to a whole nother level. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
Well, I'm on stage with a bunch of women that are telling me what to do. Go figure. 5, Gary, 4, 3, 2.
And we're on stage with
and
the
you're
man
on
who
stage
already
now
forgot
with
what he was
James
supposed
Justice
to do.
Show. I told him, I said, are you sure you want us to do this?
He'll roll with it. James is cool like that. Hey,
Yeah, I love
we're his
James.
favorite people. It's all good.
Yeah, miss him. Let's see. What do we want to talk about James 6? So let's say Michael Johnson a couple years ago talked about he's going to release J6 footage. Well, he did release footage, not enough, and there was a piece of footage he released that was only 17 seconds long. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to look into that camera, is that I have the same footage that's 19 minutes long. Why did they cut that footage out and make it only 17 seconds long? So we heard today about thousands of hours being released. Guess what I'm fixing to do? I'm fixing to go through every bit of that footage to see what they cut out of it so that you don't see it. You know why?
Go ahead.
Because they don't want you to see the truth.
That's right.
They do not want you to see the truth, and they will cut it out.
Right. That's what this platform is for. And I just want the audience to know that Gary is a J6 subject matter expert like no other. He's very humble about it. I will tell you that I was at J6. Obviously, we spoke about Sarah being at J6. Nope.
I was not.
And that's why I'm writing the book.
And that's why Jamie's writing the book. But Gary knows more than all of us put together. He's been crucial in the cases for it. I'm excited to see what he's going to put out in this video, because his stuff is his knowledge and what he can see in these videos is incredible.
And that's one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to stop doing my show. It's only once a month, blah, blah, blah. But, the girls that are going to take over this show is going to be spectacular.
It is July 14th.
But it's going to give me time
Yes.
to look through the footage that is being released to see if they're really releasing it all. And that's what I want the government to know. If you're not, guess what? I'm going to catch you.
And that's why we'll do some specials on air with Gary with those updates right now. And he's got some Michael Fanone information, who I hit just his name alone.
But he's on the front line.
I
The
can't
girls are on the front line. You're on
stomach
the
him.
front line.
They are on the front line. So on July 14th, it will be the debut of Freedom's Front Porch with Nicole Reffitt,
Yes,
and Tammy
yes,
Perriman,
yes.
and Jen
We love you
Baker.
guys.
And once in a while when Mickey can, she'll be with them, and it's really going to be a special podcast. I think it's going to be cathartic. I think the world
Very
needs to hear this stuff, and why that's so needed is a good segue into what I wanted to bring up. There's a senator here in New York who is trying to pass legislation. He's got a co-sponsor already, and it's to teach the children of New York, and this is why I pulled my kids out of public school, the J6 insurrection education.
Right. Was never an insurrection.
Never an insurrection.
Never an
No one was
insurrection.
charged with insurrection.
No.
It is
Never an
so
insurrection.
unbelievable.
Lying to children.
Lying to children and indoctrinating children to believe. Now, I do believe in my heart, and I'd love to hear you guys weigh in, that one day, I do believe the truth always wins in the end. I do believe the truth will be out, and I do believe that J6 will be in the history books one day in the schools, depicting the right day, like a mini revolution of what we were there for and why we were there.
And real quick, and then I'm going to shut the hell up and let you women take
We're
the
on
floor.
a podcast. Speak away.
It's going to be simple. Why is Sean Penn coming out with a movie about Michael Fanone?
Yeah.
Because Michael Fanone is caught. Michael Fanone is busted. Ivan Reikland's going to whip
He's a
his
liar.
ass.
Yes.
And
He's a
I
liar.
am going to take down Michael Fanone with Ivan Reikland. And they know damn good. Come here, baby.
I want to see
You got
it.
that right, man.
So
He's a dirty
love it.
cop.
this is what sucks, is because they want to keep spreading this bullshit, and that's where I'm going to begin the fight. Again, it's not over. It's
Just
only
begun.
begun.
Yeah, that's right.
Our
Yeah.
guys and women are out. Great. but it does not end.
Gary,
it starts.
There's video of me, and I think I'm the only one who's seen it so far, but I'm actually saying to the Capitol Police inside, saying to them, you invited us. I was being sarcastic at the time.
As a former police officer, so this to me holds more punch.
Right. I know the things they were doing wrong, right? And again, like I was definitely having a very But here, I said, you invited us in. How about finishing the tour? It was sarcasm. But I wanted to, there was something. I want to know what's going on in here. And he said to me, this is not the time or the place. And that I took, and I'm holding on to that. My feet are still in the Capitol because I'm waiting for that time and that place.
Yes, I love that, Sarah.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even have an answer for that because you know what?
You deserve that.
You just said it and answered it for yourself and for everybody else listening right now. I love you.
Time. That's justice. Justice is coming for January 6th.
It sure is.
God willing.
So did you get to talk about your flag on the show yet today?
Just a little, just a little bit.
What flag?
What flag?
That beautiful yellow one behind you.
The yellow one behind here.
We got to get
that one.
Yes, so that is the J6 flag.
Do you want me to do Vanna White?
That is the J6 flag.
I don't know if they guys can. Okay, we got some of that in the view.
We do.
It's been all over.
All right.
Operation Freedom J6. I had to do more.
Do you know how
for
many
January
states,
6th?
How many states that's been in already?
How many?
It's
what?
been in Washington D.C. It's been in New York. It's been in Pennsylvania.
It's been all up and down the East Coast. It's been to 29 rallies. I've done 32 rallies. They've tried to shut me down. Every Ashley Babbitt shirt I wore, every J6 shirt. Every time I carried the flag, they promised me they would take it from me. And I was like, oh, no, you won't.
Out of my dead hands, you'd have to take
this out of my dead hands. And then the Washington Post would put on, the J6 flag shows up again. I was out in Latrobe. I was out in Latrobe, and Trump was doing a speech. And at 9 o'clock, it turned 9 o'clock, and I started the national anthem. And Speaker Sturz came to me and said, you just ruined his speech. I said, but it's 9 o'clock, and we need to sing the national anthem.
You know what, Jamie?
Wow,
You know where this flag's going to be one day?
Where's that flag going?
He's gonna
Library
cry.
Congress.
He's going to cry. Hold on, he's going to cry.
I can't cry. There's going to be a museum one day.
Yeah.
Woo.
And that flag is going to be in there.
Yeah.
And I'll be glad to be there.
From your mouth to God's ears. I got to tell you, Jamie,
And
you're
President
so dedicated.
Trump signed that flag on Labor Day
damn
in
right.
2023.
Trump signed it.
That's
And
amazing.
then I spent the day with President Trump. And when he signed it, I said, what do you want me to take, me and Dave Valentine? I said, what do you want us to take it back to D.C.? And President Trump says, you tell them everything will be okay. And then right after that, after he pardoned, he said, that'll be the first thing I sign when I get back in office. And it was the first thing that was signed.
So it was Gary and Ernie and I stood here that night waiting, right? We were waiting for them to
We
pardon them
waited, and it was so cold. It was
what was
so cold.
So Sarah, it's
I was
January
watching
20th
it.
of 2025. What are you thinking that day if that's taking place?
I'm watching it. Other women are watching it with me, thinking, you're going to get out of here. You're going to get out of here. And so then at midnight, the doors open. It was biblical, literally biblical. They call my name, midnight. And
But the worst thing about that was when they would release them, they wouldn't release them at the jail. They would take them out the other side of the jail and take them 5-6 blocks down the road and drop them off, and they would have to come back.
Yeah, in Misery, in the middle of a freezing cold.
I was way out in Alabama. It was like a 2-hour drive. At midnight, they let us out and dropped us off at the airport. We were going like 90 miles per hour.
And they wouldn't give them a coat or anything to even be out. They would they would walk back to get a coat that we had waiting for them there, and
surreal.
family
Gloves.
waiting there.
It was surreal. I thought if Gary could have teleported himself out of this building, he would have in half a second been in D.C.
No, I'm telling you, they had
he
coats,
needed to be there.
They had everything.
jackets, scarves,
And that's the will of the American
gloves,
places to stay, even, right? I heard
places to stay.
Lydia Sorrow is
They didn't
getting
have to
people
ask for
hotel
anything.
rooms.
I
Didn't
think
have
it's
to ask for
very
nothing.
important, though, for the world to hear this, and I'm going to keep saying it everywhere I go, and so everyone hears it. They were pardoned, and they are grateful. I've heard it from many J6ers, but but they have a big, long road ahead of them. And you guys can stop me and fill in the blanks, but a lot of these J6ers came out, they come out with this, not that we feel they're heroes, but they come out with some kind of a stigma. They're trying to get jobs, they're bankrupt, their family members are leaving them, some have committed suicide.
You know, somebody just committed suicide last month.
See,
A
so
J6er.
guys, this is...
You know, and you need to go back and watch Shane Jenkins' show.
There's somebody else that just committed suicide.
He just committed suicide last week.
Yeah.
Last month. And you know,
it's not an option.
It's still going. And it's the reason is...
And it's real.
It's because it is real, Jamie.
So real.
It's real. And these guys have this perception put on them.
Yep.
And when you go try to get a job, and you can't when they run your background check, you know, it's devastating.
And they hear J6, man, they're like, oh, no, you're not. But you know what?
That's why we got to continue to pull together, lock arms, just like we did when they were behind bars. Now that they're not behind bars, we still have to lock arms
100%.
and fight for these guys
I feel like we
and
should
girls.
research the biggest conservative companies like Home Depot and the big ones like
But
that.
you know what the best part
and
is?
ask them and write a letter and say, will you
and I'll tell
hire
you what,
these J6ers?
Jenny Cudd in Fredericksburg,
Oh,
Texas.
she's an angel.
You know, with the Full Moon Inn, I'm going to tell you right now, Full Moon Inn is a sanctuary for J6ers that'll get you on your feet. That's where I went. I'm not a J6er, but I met J6ers there, and it's the great place to go because she has those businesses that will put you on your feet and give you work and to rebuild your lives.
So that's the website for the bed and breakfast, right? But the
Full Moon Inn Bed and Breakfast.
Road Home Ministries.
But you know what the best part is? You know what the best part is? J6 became my family.
It is a family.
100%. I lost my family.
That's our
J6
family.
became mine.
That's my extended family.
It is.
January 6th is my extended
Right,
family.
Sarah?
If
I
it
only
was
heard.
if it was not for the
I would hear
First
their
Warehouse.
I would hear their voices out on that corner and never met them
Still
until they were
family.
released.
That's right. 100%.
I do see a lot
totally
of
agree.
January 6th kind of drifting, even afraid to get involved because they think, oh, you know, you were so betrayed. And, you know, they're afraid to reach out because you don't know, you know, even with that. So I think God, right? Just
no,
to
and you're
pray
totally
for-
right, Sarah. You're totally right because I met J6ers in Fredericksburg that I never heard of.
40 seconds.
Never heard of.
So true.
And they didn't know where to get help.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
holy
thanks
shit.
And
for
I think
Nikki.
also I want the world to know, and Sarah can attest this, the America First Warehouse, we love our J6ers, and we have been with them the
We
entire
love our country.
time.
We love our country.
I know in my heart why I was there, and I know most of the people were there that day for the same reason. James, I hope we made you proud. We got like 20 seconds left. We are from America First Media and Television at the America First Warehouse venue and studio. We are on the platforms that they were saying before, Rumble, TAFPC, our website, our app, X, Facebook. You can get us every week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays live shows. We love you guys. We love America.
Thanks,
We
Mama
just
Mickey.
lit up
Thank
these
you.
airways for you,
We love
James.
Justice
All
is
right.
coming.
All right.
Justice is coming.
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free at the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the